Tip number 1. Read the most important part of the syllabus. For example, constitutional law, which is like most descriptive and it's the most important regardless of any law stream that you're going to study or choose. Second, like jurisprudence, very important. IPC, criminal law, etc. etc. Now we arrive at point number 2. Do active reading and studying. Try to comprehend the concept, try to understand the concept. Don't just read passively and finish your study session. Read and try to understand them. That's the most important step of cracking any exam. Point number 3. Try to recall, which is a third most important step. Recall, because if you are studying and if you forget what you have studied in your previous chapter or your previous page, so recalling or going through is very important. But how do you do it? Writing down on a piece of paper. You don't have to write elaborately, just points, like important points that you have studied, which will help you to recall chapters or all the important topics that you have studied. Now, point number 4. This is the most crucial part of your studying process. There are 3 important key factors for performing well in any exam, like this semester exam. And those are revision, revision, and revision. I cannot stress enough on how important revising is for any exam. Whatever that you have studied leading up to the exam, make sure to revise them just before the exam. Point number 5. The last and the most important part is solve mock papers or question papers. Now, solving mock papers and question papers is very important, because if you do not know or if you do not solve any mock papers or previous year question papers, you would not know whether you are progressing or not, whether you are studying correctly or not. So that's why it's very important to solve previous year question papers or mock papers. This will give you an idea whether you have studied correctly or not. If you have solved at least 100 to 120 mock papers, then it's very much likely that you might crack the actual DU exam. Like I said, if you have solved all the question papers, when it comes to giving actual exam, this is going to be very easy for you. These were my 5 tips for you guys, and I hope you like it, and all the very best for the exam.